today I'm here to do a TBR video for the month of June. And I don't do TBR videos. This is not a general thing that I ever do, because when I started my YouTube channel, I just found it too hard to give myself a set list of books I was going to try and read, and if I didn't get to those books or I wanted to read other books, I would feel guilty. So I decided to never do TBR videos, except if they were like for readathons, because that was like a time when you were really trying to read books, because I generally only go for like a week or 2 weeks. Like the Owls was my first time doing a month-long readathon, and oh, take that back, I actually did the Emoji-a-thon 1 year. So they're the only times that I've done TBRs for like month-long videos. I did start to pick TBRs on my Instagram though. I generally only pick like 4 to 5 books, and with those TBRs though, is because it was a photo, I didn't get as stressed about it. So yeah, TBRs are just not my thing like generally all the time. But today I am doing a month-long TBR, and it is special because Sashreads picked my TBR for me this month, and I've been wanting to have someone pick my TBR for so long, but then I get indecisive and there's all these books that I really need to read. And this month I decided I'm gonna do it. So I messaged her and I was like, hey girl, will you please pick my TBR for me? And then I also picked her TBR for the month of June as well. So we have picked each other's books, and we picked 6 for each other, and we're hopefully going to get through it. And also the Buzzword readathon is happening this month, so I will have a separate TBR video coming out for that later, where I will try and read some other books. So I'm excited though, because she has picked books for me that I never would have actually gotten to, and I'm pretty glad that I'm going to be reading them. So the first book we picked, we're actually going to do a buddy read, so Sasha's also going to read this next month, and that is Shatter Me by Tahira Mafe. It's finally happening. So I used to have all the paperbacks for this series, and when Restore Me came out, I just didn't like the look of the paperback, so I'm like, I'm gonna buy the hardcover and rebuy the first 3 books in hardcover to match. So I saw on one of Sasha's book haul videos that she had recently hauled Shatter Me, but it was the old covers where it used to be like Juliet on the cover, and they were just like kind of really ugly. So for the fact that I had these extra copies, so I decided to send my 3 paperback copies to her and my collection of the novellas, and I sent them to her, and then she sent me some books too, so we kind of did a book swap there. But she hasn't read them yet, and I need to reread them, so she picked Shatter Me, and I thought it was a great idea. So I'm so excited for us to be reading this together, and we're going to probably try and read like 13 to 14 chapters a day at the start of the month, so this will be our first read. But I just can't believe I'm finally going to get into this series and try and get some of it read. So she sent me a list of reasons of why she picked the next 5 books, and I will tell you the reasons and show you the books, and I'm quite excited. So the first book she picked was The Falconer by Elizabeth May, and this is one that I have been hearing a lot of people talking about, and I am pretty excited that she did pick this one, and I only recently just hauled it. And the reason she picked it was I chose The Falconer because it gave me Akatar vibes, and it looks really good, so I'm here for Akatar vibes. I actually just looked at the synopsis then, and I'm like, what even is this about? Like, I totally forgot. But she is a debutante who goes to balls, and in the nighttime she be killing them half-face, so yes, I am keen for this. The next book she picked for me is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee, and I had a suspicion she was going to pick this one because she really loved it, and I haven't read it yet, and I feel really bad that I haven't yet. So she said I chose The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue because I love the audiobook and it made me laugh out loud, and it's about traveling with a bit of magic sprinkled in. So there's an option that I actually could listen to the audiobook for this one, but I always feel that if I actually have the book physically and I haven't read it, I want to read it like through the book form, not just listen to the audiobook even though I own it. But then I don't feel bad at all about listening to an audiobook and then buying it afterwards, so I'm just spending money to get these books. But then they look so pretty when they get added to this like section of my life, because I'm like, I read these books. So I'm really trying not to buy audiobooks that I read, but honestly all of them I've enjoyed so much, and there's only one that I haven't bought. I'm so bad at this, but I am excited to finally get into this. The next book she picked for me is Summer Skin by Christy Eager. So I bought this off Booktopia because it's actually signed, so I paid a bit more money to get this signed, not even knowing what this really was about, and it was just exciting that there was an Australian bookstore that sold signed copies. So I'm not actually really sure what's going on with this book. Like, I do read the synopsis and I'm kind of like, oh, it seems like this is revenge plot and there's going to be the jocks against like the cheerleaders is what I'm feeling. Probably not what this book is about, but generally all the books that she's picked for me I would not have read for like a long time. Like The Gentleman's Guide was probably the closest one that I've been reading to soon, but pretty much all the rest I'm like, don't even know when it would have happened. So this is a good TBR. So she did say with Summer Skin that it's one of my favorite Love Oz YAs, and it's both fun and deep. So what more do you want in a contemporary? Next she picked Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I really enjoyed Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, and it's one that I was really keen to read, and I do not know why I haven't picked up any more since, but this is definitely the one that I'm most excited to read, and I bought it because it just had such an interesting concept. So Since You've Been Gone, even though it's not my favorite Morgan Matson book, it brings some summer vibes, and the friend group is fun, and it sets up the unexpected everything. Ooh. Okay, so definitely need to read this one before I read The Unexpected Everything. And I also have Save the Date, and I also have Second Chance Summer, I think. Okay, I don't know where my books are. Like, I look at this TBR and I'm just like... And the last book she picked for me is Assassin's Heart by Sarah Ayers. And you want to know a fun fact? So this and The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Corey were the first ever hardcovers I bought for my book collection. When I decided that buying hardcovers was okay and they're pretty and I don't need to wait for the paperbacks or everything. So that's been a long time. Assassin's Heart because it features assassin and betrayal, which just screams a good book. Well, damn straight, that's why I bought it. And yeah, I have not read this yet, and like the sequel's already come out, and probably like, I don't know, it's probably an 8-book series by now. So I'm pretty sure like there's all these like assassin families, and then the main character's family all gets killed, and she's like, bitch, I'm gonna go kill everyone who killed my family. But she's in love with the boy of the highest family on the bad side, so it's like, ooh, a forbidden romance, but you're gonna kill everyone. With shades of The Godfather and Romeo and Juliet, this richly imagined fantasy from debut author Sarah Ayers is a story of love, lies, and the ultimate vengeance. Boom. I am excited. Oh, so this is my TBR for this month, and I'm pretty excited to try and challenge myself to read more books, because April was a really good reading month because I smashed it with the hours and I was reading so much. But coming into May, I have been doing so shit, like so shit, and I wish I was going better, but like I'm barely managing to read more than like 40 pages a day, and that's stretching it for me, and I am just losing it. I am losing the will to read, and I don't want it to go away, so this is a perfect time for her to pick my TBR as well. So I've got a challenge here. Got a challenge to try and keep reading the books. But anyway guys, hopefully you enjoy, and please wish me luck, and when Sasha does end up uploading her video, I will link it down below. So I don't actually know when she's going to be doing it, like if she'll do it more coming into June. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!